Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. So you've got some folks coming in the room. Good to see some familiar faces. Adam, how you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good, Brandon. How you doing this morning, brother?
Doing great. Doing great.
I'm fired up.
Meet man, that makes two of us. I see Melissa's in the space.
Good morning.
Morning. See Chastity's joining us and Abimbola is joining us. Those of you who are chiming in and watching us via Facebook, welcome to this morning's session of Wake Up Everybody, What's for Me in 2023. I'm Numerologist Brandon Smith, and we're going to look at what's in the numbers for 2023. So all you simply need to do is grab a piece of paper and a pen. I got one question for us today, and we're going to play around with that. So if you know anybody that should be in the space this morning, if you don't see them, just go ahead and drop them a quick text message.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, Evan Bolin. How you doing?
I'm blessed, thank you.
Wonderful. It's great to see you.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Go ahead and see if there's any last minute folks that are coming in. Today's going to be a really great conversation of what's for me in 2023. Other than notepad and pencil, I do need to make sure that you have your birthday. I'm most certain we don't have to go too far to get that information. So I'll just need the month and the day that you're born if you want to get some information about 2023. It's good to see Z coming into space. A free yay. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, boot camp. I'm with it. As long as we could do it at like 7:30. All right. See our Facebook family is joining us. Come on in, everybody. Get yourself your notepad, your pen. We've got one question. Oh yeah, Chastity, we'll share the love offerings and everything at the end so you can get that information.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your morning to start with the Wake Up Everybody community. We are here to talk about what's for me in 2023. I'm astronumerologist Brandon Smith, And we're just going to look at what's in the numbers for 2023. I have one question that I want to ask us, and that'll pretty much shape our conversation for this morning. So as I said to you this morning, if you just get a notepad and pen, and I want to write down this question: what are you looking to manifest in 2023? What are you looking to manifest in 2023? So what my job here this morning is not to help you to manifest it, but to figure out how we're going to manifest it in 2023. There are certain, as it relates to numbers, particularly the years that we're looking at, this is what we call the universal influences. So the year of 2023 is going to tell us what everyone across the globe, to some degree or another, is going to be going. And what this year is going to be called, this is one of the first things you can write down. This is the year of the law of attraction. And so as a numerologist, what I do is I look at what are the meanings behind numbers. This roots of numerology trace back through a lot of the ancient African cultures and civilizations. Numerology is considered to be an ancient African science. So that for me, some folks say, you're a reverend, how you into numerology and all that. It works out perfectly, because for me, numerology is not a belief system, so I can't believe in it. It's not a faith that I can practice. It's a science that I study and apply. And so, that's kind of like the short version of it. And, for those who may have other questions, we can always talk more in detail about it. So looking at the year 2023, 2023. So when you say it, it's broken down like you're saying the number 22 times and then the number 3. So there's almost like this repetition of the energy of 2020. So it's telling me that there's something that we're supposed to be, let me just put it this way. The number 20 as a compound number represents some type of awakenings, right? So awakening to your higher level of truth. Oh, good morning, Jackie, zooming in from Las Vegas. All right. Win me some money while you're out there. I'll give you some special numbers today.
Thank you.
Give you some special numbers today. So we're looking at the numbers 20, 23. 20, again, it deals with awakening of some level. And if I were to kind of paint it as a picture, imagine that there's an angel that's kind of like on these clouds, I guess, blowing a trumpet, and out of the trumpet there's like rays of light, and then down beneath this angel on the ground there's a man, a woman, and a child, and they're pointing to like a higher direction. So what this tells me is that this year, at its foundation or at its core, it's going to be awakening to a higher level, or awakening to a higher truth. So that was really what 2020 kind of came in bringing us. Of course, we had COVID-19, we had a lot of political and civil unrest within the country. Then there's all sorts of stuff happening around the world. What that serves as, and you don't have to take what I say for face value, take it for what it is, do your own research. A lot of that was distracting us from what we're really supposed to be doing. So when that energy of 2020 came in, was about awakening. So here we are, we're in 2023. Well, we're heading to 2023. And if you take those numbers, 2 plus 0 plus, we could bring up the first slide. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. It adds up to the number 7. So this is telling me, when I give this number 7, because I've added up the numbers 2023, this is what everyone around the world to some degree is going to be dealing with, this energy of the 7. What does it mean at its core? This is a year where it's about seeking out the truth. So the number 7, it's a very introverted number. That's right. There's a few of you who got the 7 vibration. And we'll talk about what zodiac signs and birth numbers will really kind of be favorable this year. But when we look at the 7 is a very introverted number. So this tells me that this is going to be a year where people may not want to be spending a lot of time out or being social. Now, is this going to be like a personal choice? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe this might be a year, because especially when we're seeing what's happening with the flu season, RSV, resurgences of COVID. Maybe it's like we've got to learn some lessons about being with the self, because the 7 deals with recognizing who am I as the individual, and not only as the individual, but who am I as the soul. This is about your introspection, your reflection. This is about being aware, almost like taking sabbaticals or leave, kind of like leaves of absences of sorts. We could take the slide down. And so as we're looking at what we want to manifest in 2023, looking at this energy of being kind of like aware of who we are as a self, looking at who we are as the soul, looking at our introspection, our reflections, looking at being aware of like your self-growth and things like that. When we're looking at the goals that we're trying to manifest in 2023, how do they reflect? What do they, are these goals things that are looking to like help others? Is this the year where we're focusing all of our energies outward and we forget about ourselves? Or is this the year where we say, you know what, I'm actually going to make myself a priority this year? And that might sound selfish, but the truth is that we can't pour from an empty cup. And so this is that year where it's going to be important to say, you know what, let me take care of number 1. It's not a selfish kind of taking care of yourself. Let me just, put it out there like that. It's not a selfish approach, but it's really one that it's about self-care, knowing my limitations and knowing my not only my limitations, but also what are the areas that I excel in and that I thrive in. So let's hear some voices in this space about just talking about manifestation, just some goals that you're looking to manifest in 2023. And then remember I said at the beginning that this year is known as the law of attraction. And so this is a year where, watch this, you're not going to have to chase a lot of things. I'm going to help some of us this morning. Melissa, I see your hand raised.
Good morning. Yeah, so this makes a whole lot of sense for me because I'm a wellness coach, and I work with a lot of women in transition, and I focus on herbalism and aromatherapy and chakras. And I've spent so many years educating myself, building up that skill set. And a couple weeks ago, I said to myself, I am so tired of taking 1,000 classes, making all these investments, even though they're well worth it. But I felt like it was time that I needed to focus on me and my spirituality and my growth and what's going to help me, feel more grounded and more centered. And so when you said, and 7, I love that number anyway, but it's a number that's about, introversion and just self-wellness. I thought, bingo, I'm on it, because this is exactly what I'm doing for myself, doing, I've practiced yoga, but I've been off that realm for a little bit. And finally decided, I need to go back to it because I feel so disconnected from my body. And I want to be able to I know that's a really great way for me to stay grounded. Because I tend to not continue with my coaching when I'm not feeling good, when I'm not feeling grounded, because I'm highly sensitive and I take on everybody else's crap, which is something I need to learn to stop doing, and yeah, I'm on it. You're on it. Thank you. I'm so glad for the text to remind me to get on, because I would have slept through the Sunday. It's snowing up where I'm at. So
Got you. Now, Melissa, if I could talk to you really quickly, what's interesting is that
yeah, sure.
this year of the 7, it really rules a lot of the things that you're already doing. So like a lot of the spiritual, metaphysical work, the wellness coaching, a lot of that falls under the category of the 7, especially if you're into like meditation,
Yeah.
aromatherapy, um, divinations of sorts, whether it's using
Yeah.
like tarot card, astrology, numerology, palmistry, all these different methodologies that are out there. A lot of these is going to be like on a resurge starting in 2023. And I think it's going to be happening for a little while, like maybe for 2023, 2024, 2025. I know for, definitely, I haven't looked, beyond that, but I do think that what's happening with a lot of like wellness practitioners such as myself, over the last 2 years, we've been doing a lot of like shutting down, rebranding.
Yeah.
So if you notice in the chat, Z mentioned about my logo. The logo that I had before was very plain. It was like a blank green canvas with just some writing on it. And we were in a session and Shawnee was like, wait, go back. This is your logo. All this color in you is not reflective in the logo. And so what happens is like we're able to last year was about rebranding, and then now like we've rebranded a lot. This year is now going to be about putting like really knowing and studying. So like you've taken a lot of courses, now it's about internalizing and contextualizing the information, so that way, who knows, you may be inspired to do like some writing or something, along those natures. Melissa, can I ask what's your birthday? Just the month and day.
Yeah. So 8/24.
Okay, so you're supposed to be doing something around healing because you're a 6 person. Okay, so let's see here. So interestingly, while everyone, so 2023 as the 7 year, when I say everyone around the world is in general going to be doing like some introspection, reflection, taking time to themselves, there are going to be some individuals, especially who are into like a lot of the spiritual work, who this is going to be a time really about expansion, creativity, thinking outside the box, especially for you. So you're in what's going to be known as the personal influence, or the personal cycle for you is going to be a 3 cycle. So this is going to be a time where you, I would recommend take a vacation, spend some time out in the sun, go to a comedy show, something along those lines, as like just time to be able to relax. But this is also a time about thinking outside the box, thinking, expanding your horizons. So maybe you may have a lot of information, and I keep seeing books that keep flashing up in front of me. And so maybe there's something that you're supposed to be creating this year.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense. Yeah, and I actually have a lot of books. I'm temporarily living. I lost my housing back in April, so I'm living in an RV on my friend's property, and so I have a lot of books where between all my wellness stuff and spirituality and everything in storage, because I can't keep it all. I just have a select few with me. And the last couple of days, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get back into storage. I miss my books. I want to just touch them. I just want to look at them, And
yeah,
so I may need to get back into storage sooner than later.
this year is going to really be about returning to a lot of that. So
Yes.
let's I'm going to give my contact information, how people can reach me at the end. Let's set up some time and we can really kind of explore through the numbers. The last thing I will say to you about this year is to be careful who you surround yourself with and who you tell your dreams to. Some people may plan their success based on how you succeed. So you don't want to be the victim
Got it.
of anyone else's plans.
Yeah. No, that's this. Oh, so spot on. Thank you, text message. I'm so happy I woke up. Okay, great.
Thank you,
You're
Melissa.
the best.
Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else who wants to share what you're looking to manifest? I saw we have some stuff coming in the chat.
I'm also going to request that anyone who wants to share verbally, raise your digital hand so we can call on you. Again, we have a hand raised, and this is Teresa. Teresa, please come off mute and share what came up for you.
Peace and blessing, Brother Brandon. So glad you're here. I haven't heard you in a long time. And I actually was praying. I was like, Lord, please let me wake up so I can hear this, brother. What I'm manifesting is that what I plan on manifesting is that the business that I've been doing, I was starting a business with my son, and I'm not really sure about that one, but just to manifest the business that I have and take it to another level. And I had said that I wanted to travel to 5 places next year, which was Atlanta, Georgia, Colorado, California, and South Carolina. And so I don't know how that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. I remember I don't always say this. I manifest. I wanted to have a bikini party, and I just kept on saying it. So I know when I write stuff down that it does manifest, and so I see how the spirit is just moving stuff out the way and actually, beginning to have me loving on myself and taking care of myself. So that was on point. And I always love the number 7, even though I'm number 2, but I love the number 7. My birthday is 7/16, so I've always loved the number 7. I don't know, just always been attracted to number 7. Even when I should play numbers, I still do from time to time. I would just play something with number 7 in.
The reason is because your birthday adds up to a 7.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. My birthday is a 7. Okay.
if you take the 16, 1 plus 6 is a 7. So what this tells me that this is actually going to probably be the year where so the 7 let me put it this way, because as I talk, what happens is that a lot information keeps coming to me. So you say, well, you said the 7 means this. The 7 has a lot of meanings. The 7 is one of those magical and spiritual numbers. So as I talk, there may be more information that that will come to me. So for you, the 7 is about this is going to be how do I say this? You manifest things based on how you picture it in your mind. So as I was listening to you share, one of the things you said, and I want you to work on being able to change this is I don't know how it's going to happen. I want you to change that, because how it's going to happen is not important. What's important is that you begin to put the visualization there, painted on your on the mental screen of your mind of you traveling. And then not only painting that image, but when you paint it in color. And then when you put the image there, there needs to be a feeling attached to it. All right. For those of you who are familiar with Reverend Ike's teachings from back in the day, Reverend Ike used to say it's the feeling that gets the blessing. So when you have this visualization, what is it going to feel like to travel? What is it going to feel like to be able to go to these different places? How would you feel when you arrive in Colorado? How are you going to feel when you arrive in South Carolina? All the different places that you want to go. So you want to be able to get that feeling, put it in your body. You have this image, this mental, this visualization, and because of how the 7 is a very intuitive number, it's almost like the answers it'll be revealed to you through dreams, through flashes, through the intuition. As it relates to business, that's what I was doing. I was running your numbers, and I started flapping my gums. This year, wow, same energy as Melissa. You're in a 3 personal year, so that tells me that this is about, again, expanding your horizons in some kind of way. So maybe that's looking at different online courses. And interesting thing about the age that 2020 brought us into is that online courses no longer have to be like 12, 18 week and $10,000, $20,000. You can go on Udemy, you can go on University of YouTube, and become, your own scholar, and your own writer, whatever the case is. There are books and
that's what I've been doing. I actually signed up for Udemy classes to complete, and I actually been doing YouTube, a lot of trainings and stuff, and a lot of free trainings that they have all over the place. So it's like I've just been actually, some stuff has been falling in my lap, about different classes.
Gotcha.
So I've been doing that. I just sometimes I get like a little overwhelmed because it'd be so much Zooming, but then I was like, Spirit, let me be at peace with whatever that you need me to study.
Yeah. So that's what this year, and this also, I want to tell you this year, the 3 year is about being serious about business. So while it's a very youthful, and this is where things can be a little tricky because the number 3 is very youthful, very playful, very jovial. Some people will even label the 3 very immature, and that's very not the case at all. The number 3 is very serious when it comes down to business, but it understands the balance of business and play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say. But this year is about how can you expand those horizons, be serious about business, but don't take yourself too seriously. So that way you like, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense because I've missing out. I've been so busy doing the business that I've missed out the pleasure part. Like yesterday, I had a chance to go to past 125th Street, and I was like, I was in awe because it was just 125th Street was like magical, and I was like, oh my God, I got to go back to 125th Street. So I've just been in the house just studying and doing stuff, but I have not been outside having a great time and had an awesome time yesterday, and I'm going to do it again before the
Great.
end of this year. Yes, and thank you so much, brother. Peace,
Thank you.
peace and blessing.
Peace. And then also, Melissa sent you a message in the chat. Go ahead and maybe able to have some connection there.
Okay, peace and blessing. Thank you so much. Can I just ask you a thing with my son? About this thing with my son?
Okay,
'Cause
what's his birthday?
his birthday is April 11th. Because I really thought it was something to do, but lately we just been clashing a lot when it comes to the business thing. And it's like, I feel like I just have to back up and just, don't clash when they want to do anything with them.
Well, you know what it is that so interesting thing. You said 2 is your number. His birthday adds up to the 2. The 2 and the 7 are like this. So whenever you see the 2, the 7 is always right there. Wherever you see the 7, the 2 is always right there. So now here's the thing about your son. You would probably be a little more the best way I could describe it is like, let's slow walk it, let's feel it out.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, but let's just go. Like very action oriented because even though his number is it adds up to the number 2, it's made up of 2 number 1s, which are 2 fire numbers. So when you're trying to put water on fire, you're not going to get a great reaction. Thing is let him you got to allow him to be his person and to work out his vision how he sees it. But this year it may be a little challenging in terms of like restrictions, but this is going to be a year about, so while you're thinking outside the box, for them this is going to be a year about making sure that he builds his own boxes, about being structured, being disciplined, and laying the foundation. So things may take off in the next few years, but it's about how you're preparing yourself and how he's also preparing himself in terms of like the foundation that he wants to lay. But he does have like a sense of direction and vision, and he's going to do what he wants to do.
That is 100% sure, Ashe. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I see we had Inez. I think that was the next hand I saw go up, and then we'll go to the chat to bring in some voices from the chat.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning. How you doing?
Wonderful. I really resonated with what you're saying because I've always been around the number 7. It's always 7 of so many things throughout my life, and then like my birthday is March 31st. And even in my social security numbers, 331 is in that. So I'm like, 7 has been such a significant number. And I didn't understand why until you said something today. Because I've been into spiritual work. And I knew as a child, affirmations, how powerful affirmations was. I don't even remember how I knew, because I remember I used to write things down, even of toys that I wanted. I used to affirm it and write it down, and I didn't even know where that came from, but I did it. And then as I got older, I've always been into the beauty industry, wellness, and spirituality. And now I know, after what you spoke today, the impact it had on my life.
Yes. And let me, I wanna mess with you a little bit and show you how that 7 is connected to you even further. So
Oh, okay.
if I take your birth, the month you're born, the day you're born, and then the year you're born, and I add them down in a column. So that first
Uh-huh.
column, you say you're born on March 31st, right?
Right.
So March is third month, 31, and then 2023. So that last digit, 313, that adds up to a 7. I come down to the next column, you got the 3 and the 2, that's a 5. Then you got the 0, then you got another 2. So in a creative way, if I just wanted to mess around with the numbers, you got 2 sets of 7 because you got the 20, the 5, and then the 7. So it's like you technically got a double 7 within this year. This year is going to be about laying some type of foundation for yourself.
Mm.
But here's the thing is that this foundation is going to allow you freedom.
Oh, wow.
Maybe there's like some weekend travels that you've been thinking about doing. Maybe there's I would even say like a variety of things that you've been thinking about doing. 2023 is going to give you the chance to reflect on it, plan it, strategize it out, and say, okay, well, which one do I want to do first? Which one I want to do next? Which one? Because there's going to be like a number of different things that you may have your hand in next year. This year coming up is going to be about movement, travel, different places, people. This year is also going to be about having some fun, you know. So when you take your weekend trips, those may be like, these aren't always going to be business trips. You know, you may hang out with Jackie in Vegas for a weekend. You know, who knows? This is going to be kind of one of those years where you'll just be able to have variety, have some fun. What's important also is there's some type of crucial decision that you'll need to make. So this like represents this number for the year in terms of what I'm talking about. It represents like coming to a fork in the road, and you got to decide whether you go left or do you go right. You know, so that's just kind of the energy that may come for you this year. But this is a good year in terms of like dealing with business, making some movements, making changes. If you've been feeling like stagnant or stuck in any kind of way, this is like your midway point to say, you know what, let me make some changes. Let me do something different.
Wow, because I did think about travel this year too. This coming year, I thought about doing some more travel, even with business and with just hanging out and just having a good time and visiting places I've never been to. And adding that, even planning maybe retreats and things like that with
Yes.
what I'm up. So yeah,
Yep.
thank you
You'll
so
be
much.
dealing with the public in some kind of way. So especially speaking, teaching, sharing. But this is also a good year about I know people don't like to talk about monetizing spirituality. Listen, you know what you know, you have the experience that you have. And so this is a time where I believe that those opportunities open for us, so that way our gifts that we innately have are now able to become profitable towards us.
Oh wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's have a few shares from the chat. And then I want to go to Robin and then Chastity.
Wonderful. Okay, let's go to the chat, Brandon. I'm gonna scroll back up. There are a few birthdays in the chat. You have responded to some of them. I see there that we've had people come from Facebook into the Zoom chat to have this conversation with you. All right. So I'm going back up, and we have a comment here from Wendy Pierre. This comes from Facebook. She said, "That's my number, life path number 7. I'm looking to manifest money for my holistic wellness retreat. Continued spiritual growth. Definitely chosen mate." And that's from Wendy Pierre on Facebook.
Yeah, and when Wendy hopped into space, I see her.
Yeah, and Abimbola, when you were speaking about the number 7, she said, "I want to manifest optimum health in 2023."
Okay.
I'm not gonna raise Wendy's Inez's comment. We just heard her share in regards to her comment. Couple responses from Jackie to Abibola. She says, "Yes, Abibola, I see that for you too." So Abibola's got some support in her manifesting her optimum health. Osea, who came in to Zoom space from Facebook, he said, good morning, my birthday is 12/12/22. Tomorrow and over the last month, I feel a major cognitive transformation in myself.
Okay, let me stop right there. Firstly, happy early birthday. I want to share with her. And then I want to go back to Abimbola because I felt something going through my body as you were reading through her. So I just want to talk to her for a quick second if we can get her birthday.
One second, Brandon. Let's request Abimbola to come off mute, come on the mic, be present with you while you're speaking directly to her. Abimbola, are you available?
Peace and blessings. Yes, I am.
Peace and blessings, Abimbola. How you doing this morning?
Blessed and highly favored.
Oh, wonderful. What is your birthday?
9/9/45.
Because when we read what you wanted to manifest optimal health, I literally felt like it was almost like a charge of electricity that went down my spine, but it was more to the left side of the spine, and it stopped, I would say maybe just beneath my kidneys, and it was like a very heavy charge. So I was, just wanted to see what was, and then I look at you're born on the 9th, which deals with like electrical energy or fiery energy. So I was okay, that makes sense. So for you, Abimbola, as it relates to, you're going to be in the 7. I knew it. I knew I should have known it. You're going into a 7 personal year. So what this tells me for you, manifesting optimal health comes through spiritual means, whether that's through your meditation, through your prayers, through your rituals, in combination with cares that your doctors and things like that. But this is the time really about going within to be able to bring out the cure. I almost see like it's not a book, but it's a pamphlet, almost like a PDF of some, maybe you've done some type of course on holistic healing or something like that. And there's like you have, what I see is, how I see it is that you have the information in front of you. Now it's about digging in and pulling it out. But this year, you don't have to chase it this year. This year, don't chase anything that you want this year. This year, draw it to you. That law of attraction is very, very powerful for you. And also, as you release any like emotional blockages, you'll find that healing is going to come quickly also.
Thank you. I received that.
Thank you. Now that will probably explain that because whenever I feel energy on my back, it may deal with the past. And so it could be about, forgiving and letting go as you're going into this kind of year, about like inner awareness and things like that.
And I am the 7th child. My
Look at
mother had 8 children, 7 girls. I'm the 7th girl, 7th child. So 7 is in my chart.
Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Now there was the birthday, December the 12th that we were in the chat.
Didn't quite get you said. You said December 12th. Who you want to know who was that?
Yeah, was it Osea?
Yeah, Osea. She said, my birthday is 12/12/22. I'm quite curious about the repetition in number.
Yes. And I was actually getting ready to say that because I've seen 12/12 for the last 3 days, like both PM and AM. It's interesting when I added up altogether 12 and 12, you have 2 3s, which adds up to the 6, which could deal with like healing, transformation, balance, reciprocity. but at its core, it deals with like rebranding oneself. So this could be whether you physically, going through changes, whether it's like changing of the wardrobe, engaging in some type of fitness programs, meditation, yoga, things like that, or like say redesigning a person's room, living arrangement, painting the house, or buying different furniture, things like that. So that's what I see when I look at the 12-12. But when I look at what she's going to be going into, what to expect for 2023, is that she's going to be in a 4 personal year, which deals with like structure, foundation, order, discipline. This could be a year, because she's a very I would sense a very kind of cheerful, outgoing, expressive person, that this coming year, it may be a little bit restrictive in some kind of ways, but the restrictions are coming almost like to kind of like learn to teach lessons, also to lay some type of foundation. And is she in the space? Can we bring?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay,
I-
I was, funny thing, I was looking at you the whole time. I was like, I wonder.
I think what you mentioned makes a lot of sense. This year has been one of transformation indeed. I've came from a space of dealing with a lot of mental health to literally seeing myself come away from that. And most recently, I just feel like I've had this cognitive spark that came out of nowhere, to the point where it has led me to wanting to continue my education. And I am going back into school in January so I can eventually get into a PhD program for psychology. So it's quite interesting looking at the numbers and doing the calculation. You got to that point.
Wow.
Certainly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, so this year, like, you're right where you're supposed to be at. This is about laying a foundation. You may have had to go through like some sudden and unexpected changes. Last year may have been a little rough. But this is like, it was like suddenly, oh, something happened, and now it's like a change in the right direction. So I would just encourage you, keep going in the direction you're going, and really you want to lay a solid foundation, so that way when you jump up, the only way you can go is up.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, right. Would you like to continue the chat, or would you like to call on raise hands?
Were there any other birthdays in the chat?
Tiffany shared her birthday in the chat. She said my birthday is 8/5/75. And before that, Zakia said her grandfather was born 7/7/1907.
Okay. So Tiffany, remember how I talked about the 7 and the 2 are like this. These numbers, whenever you see them, they're kind of well together. So Tiffany, she's going to be in what's known as the master number 11 year. This is like the higher octave of the 7, because this is like highly intuitive. This is the year of illumination. So the 20 deals with awakening, 11 deals with illumination. So this is going to be, it wouldn't surprise me if like dreams, and she may have even started sensing a little bit of this back in October, where the dream world became a lot more active, or she may have been experiencing like visions or flashes of ideas. The intuition is almost all like going into overdrive, because it wants to illuminate a path, not only for Tiffany to go down, but also for Tiffany to be able to help others to find their purpose. So that's a lot of what she can expect going into this year. She's born on a 5, which tells me this is, again, like variety, freedom, some travel, things like that. So let's say if she were to do some travel this year, it may maybe she may want to look into some type of spiritual retreat, or some kind of like a silent retreat or somewhere where she can be near water, because this is going to be a time where the water is also a very refreshing, not in the sense of, well, not only in the sense of like it's very calming and relaxing, but it's almost like does something for your soul or something for your spirit, where you're able to kind of like receive messages, receive insights, downloads, uploads, and things like that. So that's what I would say for her this year is going to be about a lot of spiritual awakenings. And I'll say this, when you go through spiritual, and this is for anyone, whenever anyone goes through spiritual awakenings, sometimes our personal dynamics change as it relates to our relationships, family, friends, others. So just be mindful that not everyone will be as excited about your journey as you are for your own journey. So that, one of the main things is just be focused on what it is that you're doing.
Thank you. I received that.
Thank you.
Awesome. I want to share this comment from Facebook. This came from Shawnee. Shawnee said, "This year I am declaring that I will manifest land, travel, love, and fun."
And hold on, because Shawnee's birthday is October 1st, right?
Confirm your birthday, Shawnee, please.
Yes, that's her birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
So this, and that is actually what this year is about, manifesting your dreams. So even if there's some things that you may not have written down, Shawnee, and they're in your dreams, get those too. This is like the universe is almost like saying, hey, whatever it is that you've had in dreams that you wanted to manifest into your life or that you wanted to experience, this is that year to make those things happen. And how it happens is on a magical level. This, again, the year you understand the law of attraction, placing the visualizations and putting the energy, doing the rituals, but whatever it is that your dreams have been, this is that year to make it happen. Long distance travel too. This isn't like, going just a little short hop this time. No, I can almost sense you like going long distance. I'm not sure if you're thinking about going to the motherland this year, but it's almost like I can just see a large body of water. So wherever you're going, I can see is somewhere like across an ocean. So this could be some kind of long distance trip. But lots of fun, very magnetic, very inspiring year.
Awesome.
Let's go to some of the hands, because I see the chats are just rolling.
Okay, let's invite Robin, Sister Robin Ilya.
Robin. Yeah, Robin.
Gonna call you, and now you're here. Hi, Brandon.
How you doing, Robin?
I am well. I don't know what the question was, but someone also had my birthday. 12/12 is my birthday, so I know I'm in a 4-year too, and I'm born a 4 as well. But for me, this year is about minding my business, and that is literal and figurative. So I heard you when you said that it's a year of building foundation. So I totally get that part. And I think one of the things that I'm moving into the year with is no, I think that muscle has been and is continuing to be built very well. And also in minding my business, it is very challenging for me. So it's challenging for me to not just jump in, because part of what I'm supposed to be doing is helping people to move through. I'm praying that this year is about balance for me, because I know I can help, but surrendering what I think I should do to trusting and listening to what I'm being led to do is what I am being more focused on.
Here's the 2 words that I hear for you to hear: power and dominion.
Sure.
It's like you're now giving dominion to say no. sometimes when we think about dominion, it's about I got to do things. I got to do things. Sometimes power and dominion is in doing nothing.
Mhm.
I binge watch TV sometimes, and I watch The Crown, and I think it was like Queen Mary or Queen Victoria, one of those old queens. They said sometimes doing nothing is the most important thing you can do.
I share.
And so that's what this year is going to be about. It's going to be about recognizing like inner power, and sometimes that power is in that no, or sometimes that power is in setting those boundaries, which again is all in that energy of the four. Also, this is also a year to embrace. There's certain uniquenesses about you, or certain things that, yeah, that's the word I could use, unique. Things that are unique about you that you may not have, you may have like, let me just put that to the side. This is a year to embrace all of that, because
I
it's,
share.
as you do that,
I know what you mean. Thank you. I share.
embrace it all.
I share.
Yeah,
Wow.
embrace it all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm
Yeah.
still calling you though, but thank you.
Absolutely.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Love you. Chastity.
Hello, greetings. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm okay. I was responding to like what you want to manifest,
Mhm.
and basically, I have a business that I created, like did the paperwork on, but I didn't really start a lot. And I do believe that there's like opportunities coming up. However, I'm a poet, and I even struggled with clinical writing at one point. So when I wrote a business plan, it sounded like a poem. And so that's my thing. I'm trying to create an actual business plan that sounds like a business plan and doesn't want to make you cry, or it would hope that you would invest and put it together. So it's like, I don't know if it's called like a perspective, or yeah, like a comprehensive business plan, so I can have opportunity to like, yeah, put into fruition.
Okay. Well, let me ask, what's your birthday?
06/22/1985. And
Okay. So here's the thing. Well, I'll put it this way. Firstly, is that sometimes you're meant to stand out. You're so like a conventional business plan, it may not necessarily accurately represent you fully. So sometimes
okay.
putting your own personality or putting your own uniqueness, it's almost like, okay, this is not like all the other businesses. This is what makes you unique. And just like I said to Robin, is sometimes be able to embrace those uniquenesses. Your mind is your mind works very uniquely. So you have a way of being
No.
able to process things um in ways that people are like, it takes me 4 or 5 weeks to get this, and you've been messing around with this for 4 or 5 minutes. And I think sometimes because you can think so far ahead that you may almost like think yourself out of like how great it can really be. Like sometimes
Okay.
like when I read a business plan, I want to feel the person's business. Like if you send me a proposal and I can't feel you, am I going to want to invest into you, or am I going to invest just because of cognitive knowledge? Okay, I
Right.
know that you could do it. Like anyone can recite to me facts and figures and information and statistics, but can you actually reach out to me through a piece of paper and actually grab me by the hand and say, hey, come into my world? So sometimes, there are ways in which you can utilize that, and then just look at maybe ways in which you can tweak it. So by the time I get to that last page, I'm not full blown sobbing and be like, maybe I can't hire this woman, because if I hire her, I'm gonna walk around the office crying all day. But if I work with her, so there may be some ways in which you're able to make some adjustments. But I would say to don't take you out of the business plan, because that's what the business is. You are the business, it's about you. Um
Oh,
for this
okay.
particular year, um you're in two things I want to say. Firstly, you're born on the 22nd, which is a master number. So this tells me like
The number.
as it relates to like business ideas, you have this ability to like see the concepts almost like in your dreams or like intuitively know what to do. And then you can bring it into existence and make it happen. What I think is important for you is being around the right people. Because sometimes it's important to have the right partnerships who can support you and who can motivate you and drive to where you need to be. Especially being born under the sign of Cancer, which is a very nurturing sign. Yeah, a very, very nurturing sign. The 22nd, you have 2 2s there, which is about partnership. It's about balance and working well with others. So
Okay.
so like with your business, maybe it may be about, okay, so who can I partner with to get to that next step, or different things like that. But this year, 2023 for you is going to be about status recognition. It's going to be about achievement. So this is going to be about like this is going to be that power cycle, that if I would call it anything. So as it relates to doing business, this is really the year to look at getting things off the ground and being practical with it. So that's what I would say is look at how you can be as practical with the business as possible. But this is a good year in terms of like business and finances and things like that.
Thank you.
All right, family, we are at 7:56. And I know some may have to transition out to go about what you need to do. I want to thank you. If you're interested in getting in contact with me, John, can we put up the slide really quickly? The meditation slide. Yeah, the second one. So part of my job, I work as the grief counselor with an organization through Cure Violence. And so every Thursday evening, I facilitate a community meditation, and it's coming, I promise. So this is the Zoom information. Every Tuesday night, this is my contact information that's going to be dropped in the chat. But then every Thursday from 7 to 8, you can join me on a community meditation. We usually do about 20 to 25 minutes of conversation, discussion on different topics, whether it's like karma, forgiveness. This month, I believe we've been focusing on gratitude. So definitely feel free to join us for the holiday season up until December the 31st. I'm doing consultations for the remainder of the year. Those can be instead of my $200 price, I'm giving that for $100. So you can reach out to me via email, phone call, smoke signal, my website, whatever it is that you need to do, just to let me know that you were in the space. On the website, if you want to book it through the website, just use the promo code what is it, 2023 me? Yeah, 2023 me, and you'll be able to utilize or access the discount there through my website. This is the community meditation, so you can screenshot this. This is every Thursday night on Zoom. We just gather, we have different, like I said, different conversations, and we go through a meditation. And then let's go to the next slide so they can quickly. Everybody got that? And let's go to the just the next slide really quickly. And this is just contact information, or if you want to look for get a consultation for the end of the year. Also for loved ones, family and friends. If you say someone else can utilize this, feel free to reach out to me, and we can definitely work together. So thank you for those who've been in the space so far. Let's let's go on and hop back into some numbers. I see we've got Phyllis, and then we'll go back to the chat. I saw some were there any anything from Facebook that came in?
It's great. It's great that you go to Phyllis, because Phyllis was the next person to share her birthday in the chat.
Okay, great. What's her birthday?
So Phyllis, come off mute.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Blessings. My birthday is 4/22/1966.
Okay. All right, I see here you're looking to you're manifesting more travel and purchase a new home. Okay. All right. So actually that makes 100% sense. You're going into a 6-year. Now, usually when I see a person who's born on the 4, the 6s can be I won't say stressful, but it can present some challenges. So what this tells me is that really being as organized as you can be with your goals, with what you're looking to manifest. So maybe that's like having your checklist or writing your things down, vision boards or dream board, whatever it is that you need to do so that you can constantly see it and always and like almost have a way of tracking it. This year does represent duties and responsibilities. It represents things that are related to property, real estate, finance, relationships, things like that. So if you're looking to purchase a home, that energy, it is very possible for you this year. But this year, on a bigger theme, this is about rebranding yourself in some kind of way. So maybe that's through Phyllis, let me ask you, what do you do, Phyllis?
Well, right now I just started a job because I have been retired since 2014, but I just started a job in coaching, helping people in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a new thing for me to help others right now.
Got you. So the 6 this year represents like coaching, counseling, therapy, all those, like a lot of that work that you're doing, is very much in line with what you're supposed to be doing this year. And again, just like Chastity, born on the 22nd, again, you have a very your mind works like 20, you think 20 years ahead. And so sometimes both for you and Chastity can be misunderstood because of how you think ahead. And also, and not even misunderstood, sometimes like secret enemies or secret haters. It's like,
yes.
Yeah. So you again, you want to be mindful about what you're sharing in terms of like, if let's say if you get the opportunity to do some travel, just be careful of like who you're telling, let's say if you got 10 trips booked this year, I would probably only tell people about 4 of them.
Okay.
Just want to be mindful of that, because sometimes people they just haters, for no apparent reason. So that was what I would just say, be mindful of who you share things with. Yeah, this is going to be a good year in terms of like, if you're looking to invest in property and real estate, banking and things like that, relationships, counseling, coaching, all that stuff. That's really in line with what you're supposed to be doing. Pause and take a breath and appreciate the beauty of life this year.
Yes.
So maybe you need to just go outside and like stand and look at a tree. And some people might say that's an ugly ass tree. You might say, nah, look at the detail of the bark. Right? Look at how the roots, they just manage to go in their own different directions. Like really just pause and appreciate the beauty of life this year.
Ashe, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Z.
Sorry, I was making a note. I think something you just said, ugly tree. I think that's an oxymoron. I don't think there's any such thing.
Hey, listen, some people may think trees are ugly.
I guess it's perspective, but it's creation of the Most High, so I don't think it's me anything. I can be in it. But
Right.
anyway, I digress. So you gave me a lot of valuable information over the last year, and I found myself questioning what was wrong with me because a lot of it didn't seem to be manifesting the way I expected it to, or the way I thought it would. And John Carl made a statement. I believe it was in our facilitator training this week that put everything in perspective. Was somebody said something about being a master procrastinator or something to that effect, and I kind of resonated with it. John Carl said something very profound about procrastination, and that his understanding or his perspective on procrastination is that it's just the time that's needed to put everything into alignment so that whatever it is you're looking to manifest becomes real. It's not time before. So you think you're procrastinating, you're really just getting ready. And so I've been feeling quite a bit that everything is coming together in 2023, and I didn't know why I felt that, but this conversation is kind of making that clear. So that's where I am. My birthday, as you may or may not remember, is June 19th.
June 19th, right. I was trying to remember. I knew it was in June, not too far from my parents' anniversary.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
Got you. All right. Okay. So this year, this year is about making a change. It's like almost like you get this opportunity to decide, you know what, I'm doing something different. Now, what I would say is try not to overthink about it. Go off the flow. Now, there may be prepared for changes. There may be some times where you have to be flexible with your planning and things like that. But this is the year about something about going before the public. But try not to overthink it. Just go with the flow. There's something about freedom when you that you'll find this year. So like 2022 was a little bit more restrictive for you. Especially like in terms of like how do I say this? Like the feeling, how do I fly? It's like you can get off the ground, but like I'm 2 feet off the ground and I want to soar above buildings. Now this is that time like you figured out, okay, I can take this chain off my foot that's not attached to anything. So it's like you're making some of these adjustments and making changes, and now you're at this point where you're able to start moving. So I like the last year, definitely it was about laying a foundation. You may have wanted to do some movement, some going, but it was about, nope, let's need to put some things in place. Now you're going to find that things are going to be able to start moving in like different directions. But that word freedom and flexibility is like the two main words like to tell yourself this year. If I have flexibility, if I'm flexible here, I'll have freedom here. Freedom here, flexibility there. So gives yourself some that space and grace to move.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Regina, and then we've got a few names in the chat.
Greetings.
How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm well. Thank you so much for this, and thank you, Ia, for texting me to get a hop on. Yeah, so my number, the number 7 is my number. I say it's my number because of my birthday. It's 7/17/76. And I was born at 7:07.
Wow.
Yeah. So
AM
7 is
PM?
What did you say?
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay. All right. So what are you looking to manifest this year?
So I put it in the chat. But I'm looking to manifest my partner. Well, optimum health, partner, and baby. And my mantra is for 2023 is living wholly alive.
Okay. So let me help you out here. Let me help you out here because you're actually manifesting where you're supposed to be at. If I take the month you're born, the day you're born, and I did that right. Yeah, if I take the month you're born, the day you're born, and then the year of 2023, it adds up to 2040, which adds up to a 6. So that tells me that this year is about wait a minute. Make sure I get, you said 1017?
No, 717.
717. Why did I write that? 717. I mean, all right, let me do that again. 14. 14, 7. Okay, there we are. I'm glad I asked that question because I was about to give you some information. You'd have been like, hold up, Rev. You'd have called me back. You missed on that one. Glad now we got it. Now we got it. All right. So this year for you is going to be about there's a lot of similarities where I'm seeing the number 4 appear, the number 7, the number 3 appear. This tells me that this year again this for you is going to be about laying some type of foundation. You might feel and like around October you may have started to feel this where it's like, okay, I need to become a little more disciplined. I need to like hone in on some things. So maybe there could have been like, just something about like laying some structure, some foundation. This year you're an 8 person, so you're very executive, very CEO. Do you own like your own business or anything like that?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Um,
And I'm a director too.
I figured it was something because you have a very executive energy in your birthday.
Okay.
It's almost like it's not a dominating executive energy. It's a very kind, very generous, but it is also very spiritual energy. So you have a very highly spiritual business ethics. So it wouldn't surprise me is when whenever you engage in some type of spiritual some type of business work, you have like good spiritual ethics, and so there's a lot of good karma that comes to you through your business and things like that.
Mhm.
As it relates to partnership and things like that, as a it's possible this year. Now here's the thing, if let's say if you met someone who could be born under the sign of say Aquarius, Leo, or their birthday could be on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month. When you meet this individual, they may have some like unique quirks or, some things that just may be odd or unique about them.
Mhm.
What's important is to be able, not judging them, but being able to understand them, to love them for who they are, because there's something unique that they bring to the table. So that, that is possible. I would say between now and the next 2 years, definitely finding someone, because by the time we get to 2025, you'll be in the 6th year, which like is about taking relationships to like the next level. That also rules like the marriages, pregnancies, and things like that. So within the next 2 years, you definitely got that opportunity.
In the next 2 years? Okay, hopefully
It's a window. It's a window.
Okay, it's a window.
Yeah,
Grateful for that.
but here's what's important. Like you can have that partner, but if the foundation isn't right,
Yeah.
so that's where you are right now. This is about laying the foundation.
Yes.
So that way, when you do get that partner and you have that family, it's like, hey, we're good to go.
Yeah.
So so the question is do you get the partner now and then build the foundation later, or do you build the foundation now? So you get to decide.
I think I'm building the foundation now.
Right. And so now that you're doing that, now you may find someone who can come along and like one of those 4 energies is good at building foundation. So you'll be on like the same mindset.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that's
Okay.
what I would say. Also something about a house. Do you own property?
I don't.
Okay. And I want to help you with that. I want you to put a comma and say yet after that.
I do. Yes. Yet.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Is that one I'm going to give you 4 years?
4 years. Okay.
So that, yeah, this,
Okay.
you have your birthday indicates to me that you like property and you like your own property. So you would want to own your own space.
I'm just a little bit afraid of all that stuff that it takes to keep it.
That's why you're laying the foundation.
Right.
You'll get the right partner.
Yes.
And then it's all going to work out.
Okay.
Trust me, it's levels to this. It's a system. And if you follow the script, if you lay the foundation, make the right choices, because look at these numbers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's the sequence. 4 deals with foundation. 5 deals with making the right decision. 6 deals with making the right partnership. 7 deals with getting to know each other.
Okay.
8 deals with status recognition and achievement. So you've got this natural progression of order that you can run through with the numbers and really be at the right place at the right time and get the right results.
Got it. Now, how can I find this? Because that was a lot for me to find. That was good. But is there a way I could get like what's,
Give me a
I
call.
don't know if someone knows if I could find it somewhere or put it in the chat, somebody, please, I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm over here taking notes on my phone.
Yeah. Get her my contact information and then let's talk. Let's talk.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so we're at 8:15. So as y'all know, I work for Jesus on Sundays, and sometimes he lets me have off. Today he's not letting me have all the way off. So I've got maybe about 10 or 15 minutes that we can do a few more calls. A few more birthdays. But I just want to share this with you before I go into any more birthdays. At the beginning of the call, I talked about I asked the question, what are we looking to manifest this year? Here is the simple how, right? This is the universal how to manifest whatever it is that you're looking to manifest this year. I said it at the beginning, I'm going to say it again now. You manifest what you want in your life this year by firstly painting the picture in your mind. This year is known as the law of attraction. This year is highly operable. So here's the thing. If I only think about negativity, how can I produce positivity in my life? So that means I now have to look at changing my thoughts. I've got to change that inner voice that tells me I'm not good enough. I've got to change that inner voice that tells me I'm not qualified enough. I've got to change that inner voice that tells me I can't do it, because that's not going to help me to manifest what I want. What that's going to help me to manifest is what I don't want. Right? So that's how the law of attraction works. If you put out, I am, what do I want to say? If I put out, I don't have the money for this. I don't have the money for this. You know what the universe will manifest to your life? Bills, a hole in the bank account where money keeps, you don't know how the money goes out, but it just keeps coming out. But if I manifest that money flows to me easily, constantly, and in great abundance, today's the first of the month and I ain't got to worry about nothing because my bills paid, rent's paid, landlord ain't got to call me. Like this is what I want to create, this feeling. I want to create this belief because I need to attract this to my life. I was having a conversation this week. When COVID hit 2 years ago, I paid my rent two months straight off of affirmations. I don't know where them checks came from to this day, but I know them affirmations, they was working, because not only did I visualize it, I put the feeling there. I didn't have the feeling like I was ducking my landlord. I had a feeling I was stressed about where I was going to get the money from. So using this this universal energy of the law of attraction, utilize that to manifest what it is that you want in your life. Also, this is the year about seeking out the truth. So books are going to be everyone's friend, like really studying and getting to know the truth about what it is that you're looking for, that what you're about, what you're studying, what you practice. And then the other thing is about, this is the year where secrets are going to be revealed. So if there's questions that you've had, and especially if your birthday is on the 7th or you're in the 7th year, this is that year, the energy where secrets will be revealed. But also, I think on a larger scale around the globe, we're going to start seeing a lot of secrets that were, things that were done underneath the table. They're now going to start coming to light. And one of the prime examples that we saw, if those of you who watch the royal family in England, that whole piece a couple weeks ago where I think it was one of it was Prince William's godmother who was, kind of racially asking this woman, where are you from? Where are your people from? I mean, and she asked her 7 times in one conversation in the span of not even 2 minutes. Where are you from? Where are your people from? Oh, I see you're from the Caribbean. And this woman says, no, I'm British. I was born here, bred here. Like, why are you? He's like, no, but where do your people come from? We're starting to see a lot of that stuff starting to come out. So don't be surprised when you start seeing people act, in their true nature, because what's going to happen is really just the truth is being exposed. Now, when truth is exposed, 2 things happen. Number one, you got to adjust to what that truth is. Right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that the truth will set you free. So once you have a truth, you can now be free because of that truth. Now, I want to challenge something I just saw come in the chat. The truth is love. Truth isn't love. Truth can be said in love, but sometimes truth without compassion is cruelty. So I want us to think about that when we talk truth. We may come from a place of love, but how we share that truth, it may not always be love or loving. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 more birthdays, and then we're gonna, matter of fact, no, I've got one more birthday, and then we're gonna.
Okay, Brandon, let's take this birthday from Facebook. And this comes from Ayana Crawford. She says, peace, my birthday is 1/31/72.
Wow. So again, I have another person whose who's going through a 3 personal year. So again, thinking outside the box, doing something creative, being serious about business at the same time, but also here's how I see it. It's almost like I'm seeing someone laughing. So I'm almost hearing like rediscover the joy of life, of laughter, fun. This time, like, let your hair down, enjoy, just really enjoy life this year. This person has a very strong ability to, like, the way that their mind works, is very like, I want to be careful of the words I use, but the way that I learned it in the textbook is like a superior thinking. So it's almost like the mind doesn't think 20 years ahead. The mind thinks like 200 years ahead. And sometimes because of like how her mind, or how their mind can work, it can almost kind of like frighten them and those around them. So really just about looking at different ways in which you can express your thoughts, writing them down, using your journals, and even like dream journals, or having different journals. Whoever this person is, I see like different color books. So maybe there may be a few different books that they may write in, or something along those lines. But yeah, that's what I would say for this person. All right, one more. We're doing good on time. I can do one more.
Okay, let's grab another one from Facebook. I saw one here earlier. Give our Facebook people some value here this morning. And this is from Afria Esutayo, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Africa. And she says, I'm assuming it's a female, a woman. She says, good morning. My date is 4/17/70. Desire to manifest great health and better finances.
Is that 4/17?
4/17/70.
Okay. So this is about new beginnings, going in a new direction. So you're going to be in a one personal year. So literally the seeds that she plants this year are going to grow for the next 9 years, the next 10 years. But really about, what it is that she wants to go set a new sense of direction. It's almost like she gets a blank slate come January 1st, at the new year. What I would say is for the remainder of this month, if there's anything that that's not kind of like helping her to be the best version of herself, that this would be that time to really like let it go, release it. Because the new year, it not only brings a new calendar year, but this also brings a set of new cycle, new opportunities, like literally all things new starting at the new year for this particular individual. If they have their own business, they may look at like doing something with business, starting their own business. There could be some like promotions or desire to rise to the top in some kind of way, because I see that they have also a very executive energy in terms of like their birthday. So, maybe there could be some sort of promotions or something like that as it relates to work for this year. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yes, it's 8/26, and I can pull up your closing slides. Let's go back to the community coming together slide, and then we can go forward from there.
So yes, family. Since now I know y'all been like, yo, where's Reverend B? We ain't seen him in a little while. So I've been not only do I work for Jesus, but I also work with the community. So I am the grief counselor for organization Brownsville Think Tank Matters, also Drum, and we work with the Cure Violence Initiative in New York, looking to bring healing, stop the senseless violence, especially guns violence in our community. And so part of my my job is that they've given me the flexibility just to be me and create different programs and things like that. So we have we've started a weekly meditation called I think I called it Lifting Community Consciousness. And we were doing that on Tuesdays, but then we had some adjustments with our work schedule. So I've moved that meditation to every Thursday night. You can screenshot this. The Zoom information, it never changes. Every Thursday from 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, we do about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of discussion, Q&A, and then we go into a guided meditation that I usually lead. And the conversations, they range from everything from forgiveness, gratitude, karma. I haven't gotten into the numbers yet on that call, but who knows? It's possible. There's really a lot of different topics out there to discuss, especially as it relates to violence within our community and how we can utilize spiritual tools and techniques to help to bring some resolve to those issues. So definitely I would invite you every Thursday evening to join me on Zoom, where we do this meditation. And our next slide, this is just my closing offer. If you're interested in getting a consultation with me, we for the holiday seasons, I'm doing 1 hour consultations, usually at a $200 rate, at a 50% discount, really just to be able to get the information out. I'm in the process of making some changes where I'm not going to be focusing as much on doing consultations after next year, and I'm going to be going more into teaching. And so I would definitely encourage people to book your consultations. If you're looking to book a consultation for your loved one, I saw someone had mentioned some things about like their siblings or children and things like that in the chat. So if you want to book a consultation for them, also I do reading parties. So you may have a number of different friends who you want to get together and do something similar like how we've done here this morning, reach out to me via email, and then we can, set that up to, depending on how many people that you have. So thank you for this morning. Thank you for sharing. If you want to get in contact with me, you can reach me by text or call on this number, 866-649-6211. Preferably Monday through Saturday. Facebook, Brandon Jamal Smith. Instagram, BJ Smith 5. Also, I just started a new Instagram account. I thought about it after, but it's cool. It's actually b.well.energy.wellness. Tonight, I'm actually going to be going live with a numerologist out of the LA area. We're going to be talking about current events and then just giving some general readings. So definitely tune in on Instagram, either on my page or the other page, b.well energy wellness. And we'll definitely will be going live tonight. You can email me or visit my website, www.b-wellenergywellness.com. Money, 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 money. So, family, if Wake Up Everybody has been inspirational to you, has been insightful, enlightening to you in any kind of way, we definitely would encourage you to provide some sort of love offerings and donations. You can do that by way of Zelle at sowleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com or through Cash App at # Spirit of a Woman. And you want to use the code 736. Just real quick, just to show you how on point we are today, 736 adds up to a 7. Just saying, this call started at 7 a.m. Just saying, 2023 adds up to the 7. So, hey, whatever you want to put in increments of 7, 70, 700, we're not even going, we'll accept whatever it is that you want to give. 7,000, take it, whatever. So that's how you can give your love offerings and donations. Or maybe you want to be able to give automatic. So that way it's kind of set it and forget it. You don't have to come back. You can go ahead and give your love offerings and donations on a monthly automated schedule. You have your $25 offering, your $50, $75, up to $100 offering. And that the link was simply https://bit.ly/woo love, and then you can put whatever the amount is. And I'm sure if you want to give more, you can always reach out and ask, how can you contribute more? And join us for this week. We have some more great facilitators. Usually I close out the week, thankfully they allow me to start this week. I feel like I'm moving on up, So tomorrow we have Growing Sahootsby. I have, if you have not encountered this marvelous sister, I can guarantee you do not want to miss it. Like, you really don't know what to expect. I logged on one morning, next thing I know, I'm walking around the house, loving on myself, singing songs that I didn't even know existed. I was like, let me go to my piano real quick. So trust me, you definitely want to chime in tomorrow. For my sister whose birthday is December 12th, this would be a great gift to give for yourself, Sister Sahootsby, tomorrow morning. And then also on Tuesday, warming up to winter with Robin Stone. So again, family, I want to thank you for allowing me to share this time with you this morning.
Thank you so much, Brandon. And with that, I'd like to welcome all the newcomers to Woo Nation. I've noticed that there are some newcomers here in the chat. I recognize you this morning. Now let our community recognize you. I'd like you to mention that you are new, whether you're here in Zoom or you're in Facebook. Let our community know that we can share the love with you and welcome you and bless you for being here with us and being part of this amazing nation of growing. We come here to learn, elevate, and ascend. And if you are off mute, please mute yourself as we come out to our closing slides. You'll have your chance to speak just shortly. For our newcomers, here is our schedule. We're here 5 days a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30. From 7 to 8:30. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, that's our 7 to 7:30 days. We're always streaming live on Facebook. You can get your Woo alerts by texting Woo Nation to the number 74121. You'll never miss a live session. You can have a session like we did this morning where you ask our facilitator questions and receive answers. So text Woo Nation to the number 74121. And for our Woo swag, visit our swag store today, bit.ly/Woo swag, where you can find all of this amazing merchandise, make great Christmas gifts, and shop early because there might be a delay in creating this product. It's always fresh. I'm looking at it now. We have the leggings, the candles with words, healing, growing. We also have the tote bags, the mugs, the sweatshirts, the masks. They're all still available. Visit our swag store, bit.ly/Woo swag. And I want to thank you one more time and share with you a couple other ways you can stay in touch. You can register with the Woo Nation at bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. You can find us on Facebook, bit.ly/Woo Community for our private page, and bit.ly/Woo Nation for our public page. So give us a like today. You can find us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. We're on YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. Or you can email us directly, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. And now the time has come to hear your voice. Come off mute, show your faces, and share the love for Brandon this morning.
You rock, Brandon.
Super rock.
Thank you, Brandon.
Good morning, everybody. You
We'll
rock,
be calling and
family.
making my appointment.
Don't stay away from it.
Thank you.
You rock, brother.
Have a
Have a blessed
wonderful
day. Enjoy your
I
service.
love
Give God the
it.
glory.
Look forward to hanging out with you
And happy
very soon.
manifest.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Look forward
much.
to manifesting.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you. Have a great day.
Thank you, family.
Wake up.
Love y'all, family. So
Day.
glad to see some of y'all. I miss seeing y'all. Don't stay away,
Hey,
family.
folks.
Come back to wake up.
Hey.
We miss y'all.
To everyone.
There,
Welcome,
Brandon.
What's
Chastity.
up, family? Love
Keep
y'all.
rocking it.
Mwah.
All right.